our first round of questioning, and we will start with Mr. Helen. Mr. Helen, you will have 6 minutes for your round of questioning. You can please begin.
Madam Chair, thank you so much. Minister, thank you for showing up and in person. It's great to see you. So last night at our special committee on Afghanistan, we had 2 retired major generals, and what they testified was that they had sent a letter back to IRCC back in July of 2021 asking for a pipeline for those refugees that were interpreters to get them here. Obviously, they had no response. You had 23 of your own Liberal colleagues write a letter December 2020 and, again, fell on deaf ears. The UNHCR testified at that same committee that they had a plan to evacuate vulnerable Afghans back in the early of 2021. And again, there was no response. I've written many letters to your office, to you directly, without a response, and thousands of Afghan interpreters and Afghan nationals are stranded in Afghanistan. What everyone wants to know is what tangible steps are you or your department taking to bring those refugees here, because no one has seen a proper plan yet.
Madam Chair, thanks very much through you to the member for this important question. And look, the situation in Afghanistan is what justified us making what I would suggest is one of the most substantial commitments to resettle 40,000 Afghan refugees of any country in the world, and certainly on a per capita basis. The circumstances that the members described is precisely why we have established not just an ordinary stream for humanitarian refugee resettlement out of Afghanistan. But, Madam Chair, I believe I have the same amount of time as the member.
Let the member...
It is specifically why we established the special immigration measures to target those folks who made a contribution, a significant enduring contribution to Canada. The steps that we are doing to welcome them here include working with referral partners in DND and Global Affairs Canada to make sure that we know who it is that worked with the Government of Canada so we can bring them here. There are challenges on the ground that we are sorting out with partners, state partners, partners in the region and international organizations to help facilitate safe passage of those folks who have not yet left Afghanistan. But I would share, Madam Chair, with now more than 7,500 Afghan refugees in Canada, we're seeing a regular pace of arrivals, and it's very encouraging to me in this position.
Minister, what are the metrics then? What kind of monthly metrics are we looking at? How many people do you think you're going to bring in a month?
So it's not, the effort is not sort of measured every single month a particular number of people. If you were to do the math, you would see that the commitment of 40,000 by next year is what the publicly stated target has been. That would put you in the ballpark of somewhere 1,250 to 1,500 or so, depending on one month. That doesn't mean that same number is there every month. Some months it will be more, some months it will be less.
Sure. Can you please table what numbers you think are going to be coming in to this committee?
If you're asking for a written response to rough timelines of folks, but it won't specify every single month the exact number that's scheduled because there's circumstances that will require flexibility month to month.
So one of the issues that bringing people over here is biometrics. We know other countries are able to do that for those Afghan refugees, and again, this ties in with the backlog issue. What is being done for this biometrics issue?
Just a point of clarity, if the honourable member is aware of countries who have access to biometrics inside Afghanistan, I would like to know which countries he's referring to, because I would call them immediately.
Pakistan, as an example, as one of the witnesses had said, can do that, but the issue is also getting people into Pakistan safely. So that's what people want to know. Like, instead of us, you should be sorting this out. It's been quite a while now, right?
So with great respect, Madam Chair, and I know the question is filled only with good intentions, we have had conversations with Pakistan, with the UAE, with Qatar, with the United States, with the UNHCR, with the International Organization for Migration, with private sector partners, all of whom have the ability to offer biometrics outside of the country. If people can get outside of the country, Canada can perform the biometrics outside of the country. The challenge is not for the humanitarian cases or for special immigration measures applicants that are already outside of Afghanistan. When it comes to biometrics, the challenge is for people who are inside Afghanistan. As you can appreciate, the Taliban, a listed terror organization in Canadian law, has seized control of Afghanistan, and they are not interested in facilitating Canadian processing staff
Minister,
to do their job inside Afghanistan.
That also ties back into the fact that Canada was not prepared. And on top of that, an unnecessary election was called, and that totally threw everything off. So one of the generals yesterday made a very interesting statement, and I quote, "Stop sending emails, be transparent with the Afghan applicants, and start talking to them person to person. UK, US, France, Ukraine sent people into Kabul to get people. Canada sent emails." And end quote. And this is very, it's true because I hear this in my office all the time. When will these auto replies and no responses stop? And when can we show some real transparency to these refugees that are so desperate to get out?
So you raised two issues with that question. One with respect to the timing of the evacuation. The second on communication with applicants. Sorry, Madam Chair, I can't see what flag you're holding.
30 seconds.
Oh, okay. So very quickly, at the time Kabul fell, Canada had not had a military mission with the logistics capacity of moving people since 2014.
Was an election,
Madam Chair, I believe
was an election necessary then, or was it?
For interrupting,
I would just like to say that
Madam Chair, I believe the floor is mine, not
that's
the
what
honourable
happened.
members.
just one person at a time. Let him finish, and then we will come to you.
I would just say, was an election plan more important than an evacuation plan? Can you please answer that?
Sorry
yes
for
or no?
interrupting. Time is up. Sorry for interrupting. Time is up. So, I would request all the members to please, if you ask a question, allow the minister to answer the question, and only one person should speak at one time, and all the questions should be directed through the chair. So, please make sure that if the members are asking any question, time should be given to the minister.